Now, this isn't my only Bronco. So, oh no. This is one I play with. Yeah, I've got a 67 that's all stock, uncut, vacuum wipers, 3 on the tree, 6-cylinder, and I have a 77 that was my dad's. He passed away a couple years ago, and then I've got several parts Broncos that I've been thinning them out, but I was up to 19 at one time. Yeah, I have the Bronco thing bad. You know, I've been a Bronco lover for way before I ever had one, and I've had this Bronco since '86. So I started as probably a 10-year-old, wanted a Ford Bronco. I've always been a Ford guy. That's what we always had, was Fords. My dad and I spent a lot of time hunting, fishing. My first vehicle was his hand-me-down truck. It was a 65 Ford 4-wheel drive. Driving around the mountains, it was a long bed. I purchased this, got the Bronco. I mean, it started out as my daily driver. I actually still own it, but I had a 77 F-150 that I was fixing up really nice, and I didn't want to drive my pickup all the time. So I got this Bronco for a daily driver that I would, haul my kids to the babysitter in a car seat and drive it to work every day. And I did that for years. Started out, it had a 3-inch old school lift on it when I bought it, 33s. Now it has a 5.5-inch suspension. Radius arms are extended with Heims. Built those myself. It's Heim steering with hydraulic assist. Its rear suspension is a home built 4-link. I used rough stuff brackets to kind of get me started. Basically made all the links and everything front and rear as long as I could fit. The wheelbase is close to stock. It's about 1.5 inches stretch. The cage, the front bumper, rear bumper, tire rack, suspension is all owner built. And the modifications are endless. Yeah, I had a couple winters there where I just went crazy. Spent probably average 25 hours a weekend out in my shop. My wife would come out and sit in a chair out by the pellet stove in the shop because I'd be out there all week. There's no inner sheet metal at all anymore. It's all a tube front end, and then the grill and the fenders bolt to the tube front end. So it's a 96 Explorer 5.0. Made some minor changes to it. I wanted it simple as possible, and it's right out of a salvage yard. I cleaned it up and bolted it in. It's not a rebuilt, high horsepower motor. It runs long tube ceramic headers and a Mustang distributor and computer. C4 automatic, which was the original C4 from a 77 Bronco. The C4 now has a reverse manual valve body. The actual shifter itself is a Winters Brothers with what they call a rock gate, so there's no stop in between. You can actually go straight through. And it's a safety feature. From the C4, it goes into an Atlas II transfer case. I run a 3/8-to-1. The front and rear end are originally out of a 77 Bronco. It's a standard Bronco 44 front end disc brakes. I run chrome moly axles. I run the super joints, 456 gears and an ARB air locker in the front. I run a Detroit locker in the rear. Dutchman axles. It's disc braked all the way around. The rear end, I shaved the bottom of the housing off. I gained 1.8 inches the ground clearance by cutting the bottom off. So it's actually got 1.8 inches ground clearance gain over a standard 9-inch. Today will be the 21st time that this Bronco's been over the trail. Started coming down and running the McGrew on the Father's Day event in '97, 10 years. I'd had my Bronco for 10 years. And I didn't come for a long time because I didn't think my rig was worthy enough. To me, about the Broncos, other than the vehicle itself, is the people. The people is what, for me, that's what this is all about. I mean, when I've got so many what I would classify as good friends from that are all over. And I can just look around and there's people everywhere. Everywhere I look, there's people who are friends. It's about going to the events and seeing your friends and your family. And I tell people all the time that that's what it's about. It's about the people.